Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow and everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr? Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got a code of couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And arrogant. Sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Yeah. Every day cannot stay the same.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running from Western New York. Returnable from the 2. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down, Rodgers. Taken in by Harrison. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 from the 41.
50.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And oh, Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick six starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have, but boy, can it set a tone early.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Rodgers here from the gun. That's complete, David Njoku. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He'll get this to Cup. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Rodgers set to pass. Cut by Jacobs. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play fake, it's Rodgers. Cut near the goal line. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills reach pay dirt for the first time this game. David Njoku, the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Lamar out of the pistol. Completed to Collins. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry-up here. Fourth down, it's Jackson. It's a race down the right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Working quickly here. Jackson now on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. Jackson looking to throw. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Alontae Taylor has it. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
First down throw by Rodgers. He just kept going their own way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on Q1. We've got a close one here. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. From the 38. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
To the air, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds Kelsey running the slant. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Lamar throwing again. Finds his man Chase. This is ahead for about 5. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. They send a man in motion. And again, it's Jackson. finding Collins. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar off the play fake. Headed out right. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Alontae Taylor has it. And he crosses out of bounds, and now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. McPherson at the point after. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Get 300! Get 300! Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 26. Hey, 88.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. to throw. Rodgers finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Throwing once again, Rodgers. That finds Jacobs, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the option, it's Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That's taken in by Cup. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a one-score game before halftime. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Bills cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Agnew on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. There's Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. Now Jackson off the play action. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No, we changed it.
2nd down, Jackson to pass. This one finds Kelsey. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Jackson's going to throw again. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Jackson yet again. Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
No, we change it. Hey, Ozzy, sit up. What are you? What are
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They go play fake with Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So on 3rd down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Butker knocks it through. And that grows the lead to 5.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's going to field this at the 2. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, and they go right back to him. He finds some space again. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. We're working a couple of yards past the line. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. Offense up to the line fast. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another carry for him. And he runs it inside the 10 to the 9. Offense in the hurry-up here. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a 1st down.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
No, we changed it.
Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. Stopped for no gain and leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Play action. Here's Jackson. He rolls to his right. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
But Tucker knocks it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills start the second half with some needed points. David Njoku, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And now the Bills offense staying out. They're going to go for 2.
Take 30.
Rodgers trying to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Down 2, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the 4th quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. 3rd quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, middle. You.
Pistol snap to Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. This, our last play of the quarter. They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Man in motion here. Now here's Lamar. Put the body on the line for his team. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Completed to Collins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Yeah. Middle. Go ahead.
Lamar out of the pistol. Collins there to grab it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. Third down.
Hey, report. 13.
He'll throw it. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons push this to an 8-point game. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Rodgers here off the play action. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Option give here. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front. Gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Falcons nearing their first win of the season. Second and 6 coming up here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Hey, middle. Report.
Jackson now on third. He has the first over the middle. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal. Buffalo calls its second time out of the half. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Situational football. Looking at first and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. Another chance for him. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
No, we changed it.
Jackson has it, third and goal. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So now then, after the penalty, this is first and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
On the 50.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And now it's second down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Second and 10 now. That's taken in by Cup. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
On target to Waddle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You block 26.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. Offense to the line for second down.
Back north. Jump out.
And he could have a free play here. It's incomplete, but good awareness. They saw him jump, shot it deep. Now we're going to get this call. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. All right, here we go. Second down. The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
30.
Rodgers here from the gun. Hauled in by Waddle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game.
50.
Throwing on first down, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.
I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in your till I break the mold. You see, I'm one in a million. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm one in a million. One in a million.